Hello folks, my name is Kevin and I am the Angry Tech. The Angry Tech 2011 is sponsored by Domestar Computer Services LLC in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's a mobile service created to help you with your computing needs. Today we're going to talk about backups and things you should do when you first get a computer or a new PC for the first time, or if you're just replacing an old system, or if you have already a current system in place and you want to do some backups on it. First thing we need to talk about is create a system image. Creating a system image is a process where you, the end user, will create a disk or copies of your hard drive. Manufacturers used to include these DVDs or CDs in with the purchase of a new laptop or a desktop that had all that information that included your drivers and programs and applications and things of that nature on these DVDs. And it used to be between 1 and 3 sets, maybe even up to 5 discs. Well, manufacturers gotten a little bit smarter, I guess, and they just withhold it. Now they put this recovery image on the hard drive itself. So you will have a C drive and a D drive, and normally the D drive would be the recovery image that you can access. But with all that, you still can use some disks that will actually hold the copy of the hard drive as it is when you first purchased this laptop or desktop. And it's called a create a system image. When you use this process, make sure that you have at least anywhere between 1 to 5 or 7 DVDs, depending on how much information you have already put on the computer. If you've already just bought this computer new, and you may have had a setup done to it, like a premium setup or a basic setup or a tune-up, to help remove some of the unwanted software that's on there, get you a better antivirus or something like that, you should create this when you go back to your place of residence or business, start your machine up, and before you connect it to the internet, and create this system image disk, which is really easy to do. Just be aware that if you put information on this computer before you create this disk, you're going to need more disk, because there's going to be more information on the image drive, on the drive that you're imaging, than that you need to fill in the DVDs. So the best time to do it is when you get it, or if you don't, or after you have to update it or cleaned up at the place you bought it. If you decide to do it yourself, just go home, remove all your unwanted software that you don't want, then create this system image disk and create that copy of that disk. That can be very handy in case something should happen, which we hope it doesn't. The next thing you should create is create a system repair disk. This copies the operating system files or the key files of the operating system to a DVD, so that you can use it to repair the system in case of virus attack or a simple technician who just ain't quite figured it out how to work things the right way, or in case of the ever removing the virus and need to repair the files trick. You got to get that done, folks. You remove a virus of any type off your system, please make sure you run a check disk of some type. Or if you don't know how to do it, call a technician to go out there and help you with that, no matter who the company you deal with. There are a lot of good technicians out there, and sometimes just finding one that suits you or fits your personality or your needs is the key problem. We do realize that sometimes having a computer can be expensive, but there are inexpensive people out there who try their best to do the right thing, and my hat's off to those technicians. Domestar Computer Services is one of those companies that are for the people and not necessarily for the money. Because like I said, folks, Domestar Computer Services will watch the pennies, and the dollars will take care of themselves. And it's not about the dollars, it's about the people. It's about helping people. It's about doing things for people and getting this country back to where it should be, about helping each other, so everyone can succeed, giving a hand up and not a hand out. So after you create the system repair disk, you take these 2 disks and put them in case, and you make duplicates of them and put 2 key disks away so that you have this information. DVDs usually last or could last up to 10 years before the information starts to fade. As a rule of thumb, make a backup of those disks and keep them in a safe place or in your persons or near your machine in case something happens, to where if you had to take the hard drive out because it failed and you didn't have an extended warranty on it, and you had to go purchase another hard drive, and you had to replace it, then that disk can put your system back to where it was, so you won't have to pay $25 to a manufacturer to get all of the original disks. After you do all this, folks, create a full system backup, whether it be to a backup drive, external drive, to DVDs or USB of your choice. Basically, I would say, folks, get a backup drive of some type, portable or desktop, and let that thing just sit there. It doesn't have to be a fast drive, folks. You don't need 7,200 RPMs to back up a computer. 5,400 RPMs is standard. It will work just fine to do your backups. Make sure you do a complete system backup, and then you can set it to be incremental, differential, or any way you choose in the software that's provided. You know, you can set the timing and dating of when you want to back up your system. However, I say that you should do it. Make sure you have at least 3 copies of your backup. If you do it backup, it will do 1, 2, 3. Then it will do another backup, and then it will delete the last one. These are very important to keeping your data up to date. If you have a problem, you can reback your system up, and all of your data will come up. At the most, you might lose a day. You might lose a week. But at least you have some idea on how to reconstitute your data. Online services and stuff, folks, I don't condone it. In my opinion, the safest place for your data to be is in your hand, in a backup drive. If your backup drive is very, very, very important to you, then use Windows 7 Professional or Ultimate, and use the encryption tool to encrypt that hard drive, or get another second or third party software that will also encrypt that drive, or even use Norton Ghost to do certain things that you need to protect your information, to keep it from being lost or out to prying eyes. Online services, some things are good, some things are bad, but on the inherent, in my opinion, I'd rather have the face-to-face contact with technicians or customers than doing something online. Doesn't matter. You don't know where your information is going. You don't know who is connecting to your computer. It's a real problem with that. And then when you give permission for people to connect to your system, to do a backup, or even to repair it, as they say they're repairing, next thing you know, they call themselves speeding your system up. Next thing you know, you're locked out of your system because they decide to go in and cause you havoc by putting on a BIOS password, because they have full control of your system. And they can do that, folks. Be real careful with this stuff. Be very careful. Doesn't matter who these people are. I don't care what they are. Don't care who they are. I said choose, ask questions, be very cautious about what you do with your information, because you don't want it out there. Portable drive is the safest way. Safety deposit boxes, the bank is another way. Either way, that's your information. You protect it. Just don't stick it out there for anybody to see it. You may not think they are, but it's a possibility if somebody really, really wanted it and they have nothing but time on their hand, it's a matter of time. Change your passwords frequently. Whatever sites you're on, change those passwords frequently. Do not put any information out on the internet that you don't want out there. People have a tendency to copy websites, which everybody knows about that, and use that information to create unauthorized profiles. Domestar has a thing about that, is if you didn't contact my company in a professional manner and ask for my permission to use my information, if I see it out there and you don't have permission, I will take all the necessary steps to bring it to light, to either you pay my company, which is stated in my website, or you take it off. And if you still don't want to be hard-headed about it, I will take it to further litigation. It's a simple thing, sir. People, just do it this way. If you want to use anything from Domestar, pictures or something, sometimes that's okay. But don't create a complete profile. Don't do that. You don't get a complete profile of my company. Are you crazy? Or are you just plain stupid? It's got to be one of the two things. Don't do that. Ask my permission. I work hard on this site. I don't need you to spread my information all out there like that. So now that I got that off my chest, These people know who they are. If they continue to do it and they refuse to follow my instructions, I'm going to come on YouTube and put them on blast. And I don't care what their lawyers say, because you need to read that stuff about fair use and other things and copyright. You need to read that stuff, because what you're doing is wrong. Figure it out. So we talked a little bit about backups and everything, and I got that off my chest today, folks. I can't deal with it anymore. You want fair computing, fair prices? Contact Dome Star Computer Services, LLC in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Guess what, folks? Dome Star's getting ready to move upscale. Can't tell you right now. I don't want to give away the secret. But people in Sioux Falls, Minnesota, Iowa, guess what? We get ready to open up a central location as a kiosk. That's right. Not only is Dome Star Computer Services mobile, but we have a kiosk available. And we take credit cards. Oh my God, I can't stand myself. I love it. It's happening, folks. Things are looking up. God is good. Get the praise where it needs to be, folks. You need any help out there? Get Dome Star Computer Services a call. We talked a little bit about a lot of things today. I hope everybody who's getting all this snow, enjoy the snow a little bit. Be careful in it. Take your time where you're going. Slow down to get there in time. This is Dome Star Computer Services, and I'm Kevin, and I'm the Angry Tech. You folks have a great evening. Take care. See you on the next episode of the Angry Tech 2011, coming to you live. Take care.